So they are a good one to use. I recommend them. Where are we? You can trade on an infinite amount of exchanges. You can sign up to as many exchanges as you want. And a lot of people do. Some have 5, 10, 15, 20 different exchanges because each exchange offers different things. Different exchanges offer different tools from analytics in the form of charts and graphs, buy and sell orders, and incentives such as referral commission. So let's just talk about that sell orders, yeah? So some exchanges, if I make a purchase of a coin, I can set it up that if I say, right, I've paid 50 quid, when my investment reaches 100 quid, I want to sell. I can set it up that when it reaches 100 quid, it automatically sells. So I don't have to keep going on my phone checking the price, yeah? So you can set up buy and sell orders. Incentives and referral commission. So Binance, for example, is running a special at the moment, whereas if you refer anybody to Binance, so if I get this gentleman in the audience who I don't know, I've never seen him before in my life, not really. If I get Dominic to sign up to Binance, I get 40% commission. And you don't have to be a company or anybody, I'm just an individual. And because I recommend, if Dominic then uses that exchange, they will give me 40% commission. So there's referral programs.
40% of what?
40% of probably what he puts in. So if he puts 20 quid in, forget it, it's not worth it. But and Coinbase, what is it?
Yeah. Is that one-off? Or is that?
I think it is a one-off, isn't it? Yeah, it's just a one-off. And Coinbase does, was it $5, $10, $7, isn't it?
£7, so it's
yeah.
$10.
Yeah, so if I get somebody to sign up to Coinbase, I get $7 credited to my account. How you do that, by the way, is that your wallet that you have with that exchange, when you go into some of the settings, has referral. And then when you click that, it comes up with a public key, which you then give to somebody. They then use that key to get onto the exchange, sign up an account. That's when it gets credited to your account because it's a unique number that represents you. Okay? Okay, cool. So, some of them things are worth looking out for because you can earn a little bit of money if you've got a load of friends or people that you want to sign up.
It's more of the marketing, right?
Sorry?
It's more of a marketing.
Yeah, for them. They obviously get more customers. The other thing to think about with exchanges is sometimes it can take a long time to actually get hooked up with an exchange, especially when there's an increased volume of people wanting to sign up. I mean, Binance in December actually stopped taking new customers for about 3 weeks because they couldn't handle the volume. So you will get that from time to time when a lot of people are wanting to trade. Okay, so a really important thing about exchanges, yeah? So research the exchange you are considering, okay? Get on Google, get onto the internet, put in Binance, put in Coinbase, whatever. What's the reviews? What have people found when they've used that exchange? And here's a couple of pointers. What is the ease of using that exchange? As I've said, I've logged onto some of them, made an account, and I've never gone back because they're just too complicated to use, okay? So you can find that through some of the reviews of the actual exchange. The other thing to research is fees, okay? Because even when you make a bank transfer or a debit or credit card purchase on an exchange, you will get charged for it, okay? There will be a transaction fee. When you transfer, so like I said, I purchase coins on Coinbase, and then I transfer to Binance. I actually go via another company to cut my fees, which we'll talk about. But if I just did a straight transfer from Coinbase to Binance, I'll get charged another set of fees. So research the fees that they charge you in order to make transfers, purchases, and put money in them. How do you communicate with them if you have any problems? So one of the big things about 99.9% of all of the exchanges is the only way you can communicate with them is via email. Okay, research, how long does it take for them to get back to you? If there's been problems, and again, you'll find all of this stuff online, Because when people are upset with something, they'll write a review, okay? So, you know, do your research on that, but then make your own decisions, you know? Okay, so what's the speed of that communication if you have a problem? What's the speed of them resolving issues if issues arise? And sometimes issues do arise. Some things are not always the same. I had an issue where I made a transfer and the transfer didn't go through, and I had to get in touch with the exchange, and it took them quite a while to come back to me. So, you know, needless to say, I wasn't really using them that much after that. History of hacks. This is a big one, yeah? Exchanges are what's the right word I'm looking for? Targeted by hackers, because unfortunately, and they are getting better now, unfortunately, a lot of exchanges that have made a lot of money still have not put in the right amount of security for them to stop being hacked. Okay? So do your research on the exchange to see if they've been hacked, and then what happens if they have been hacked and people have lost their coins, what happens next? It is becoming more and more a part of the culture where these exchanges have to be insured against hackers. So there was an exchange recently at the beginning of the year that got hacked and they lost millions of coins, but they had completed all of their insurances and everybody that got coins lost got their money back. That's not the norm, okay? This is really important, okay? Really important. I can't stress that one enough. Also, talking about security of the exchanges, use 2FA. I'm going to explain what that is, which is two-factor authentication. Normally a one-time password generated by your smartphone or sent to your smartphone once you log in with your username or password. It's normally a 6-digit code with a time limit in which to enter it. So you log onto your account, you then get a text message with a number. You have 30 seconds or a minute to use that number. If you don't put that in to log onto your account, you can't get in. So you then have to generate another 6-digit number, okay? It's fantastic. It's a good security level. And when you sign on to the exchanges, you have to go into the settings and enable two-factor verification, okay? Really important, because we have to be really security conscious. Google Authenticator is a downloadable app which is paired to your exchange via a QR code. So, I've got a picture of it, yeah? So, this is two-factor authentication, okay? This is the code that it generates, and then you just you type it in, you confirm it, and then it lets you in. There you go. This is Google Authenticator. So if you go to your app store and you type in Google Authenticator, you should see this symbol. And again, this is just your 6-digit code. Okay, so Google Authenticator is a downloadable app which you pair to your exchange via a QR code. What I did is I went online, I signed on to my exchange, which generated a QR code, and I scanned it with my phone, and then that enables Google Authenticator, and then every time I sign on to the exchange, it gives me a 6-digit number. Okay, here's one last thing, okay, around exchanges. Exchanges versus shares on companies like eToro and Plus 500. I know a number of people that have signed up to eToro and Plus 500. I'm not cussing them, okay? I'm just telling you experience-wise. And what happens, they work on a principle of leverage. And what leverage simply means is you do not own the coins. If you go to Binance or Coinbase, when you make a purchase of cryptocurrency, you own the coins, they're yours. But when you sign up to some of these companies, and these are two popular ones, because they operate on a different system, you don't actually own it. You own what's called a leverage of it. Okay, and I'm not getting into leverage because it's very complicated. But basically, I've known people that are trading with these, and because it's leverage only, when the price drops, they lose all of their investment because they don't own the coins. And leverage is based on price. Okay, so I would suggest that you stick to the exchanges. Sorry, mate, was you going to say something?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, if you're trading on these and you own a share or a leverage, you can go into minus as well. So you could potentially owe like 10 grand, 15 grand. Whereas if you own the actual coin, it's no different to having a physical asset. The equivalent is it's a digital asset. So you can't go into minus. You just could hold an asset that depreciates or not appreciates in value.
Okay, so this is an exchange. This is actually Coinbase, and this is a picture of buying the different coins. So you've got Bitcoin, you've got Ethereum, you've got Litecoin. So literally, it's just a number of drop downs and pressing buttons to buy and sell. It is very, very easy. Okay, hence why they're one of the most popular exchanges out there. Binance isn't much different, although it's a little bit different than that. This is Binance, okay? Although this actually looks quite complicated, it's not. This is the only online picture I could find, right? So it's a bit of a dodgy one. Because what happens is there's a screen before this which is very simple, but it's only if you click for further information do you actually get to this screen. Okay, but it is literally clicking buttons to buy and clicking buttons to sell. This is actually your volume of the trades. Okay, I think this is buying. That's this is how many have been bought and this is how many have been sold. So this is a bit of analytics that tells you about volume as well. Okay, so we've done that. We've done that.